Okay, good morning. This is Lori from To Live is Christ in Action and Truth. Again, day 3 of my vlog challenge, personal vlog challenge. Still not sure if I'm going to share these with the world, especially because I'm jumping in with hard topics today. And actually looking at my topics, I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I want to talk about all this with the world. But today I want to talk about fear and anxiety. I am a self-proclaimed eternal optimist. Just basically meaning that I always see the bright side of things. When things go bad in life, I tend to be happy and to be able to, wear the rose-colored glasses and see the positive in a negative situation or try to turn it around and make it positive even if it doesn't feel like it is. But I've had my fair share of rough things in life, and I've ended up with at least a handful of fears and a couple of topics that make me just downright anxious. And I mean, like anxiety attack anxious. So the seeing things like this is completely unscripted. I have not thought about this ahead of time, so I'm just winging it and figuring out what I'm going to say as I go. But one of the things that is probably my biggest fear is that I'll put everything I can into something and I'll still fail. And this is probably rooted in the fact that I've had several good-sized failures in my life, including my first marriage. I know I mentioned being engaged, and we have literally taken a page out of a physical dictionary that has the word divorce on it, and we scratched it out so that it doesn't exist for us, and put it in a picture frame, and the next to it we put the word devoted and highlighted it, and it's next to the D word that doesn't exist. We literally refer to it as that, which honestly is wonderful for me because I have big self-doubt in me because of that being a part of my past. I also have fears about this whole channel. I'm afraid that I have nothing to offer, that nobody will watch it, and the people who do will be criticizing it and telling me that I, don't know what I'm talking about, and that'll never actually help anybody, and I really haven't even given it a chance to get off the ground. But there's a few other things that I've given my all to that, for one reason or another, have failed. No Excuse Moms is one of them. I was a co-founder of a fitness group that still exists. I will not say anything negative about it. I fell off the face of the planet because of my divorce, and I couldn't do it. And I'm currently getting back to health and fitness and trying to figure out where it fits into my life now. But No Excuse Mom was a big failure for me. Again, even though it still exists, there's thousands of people in the group, and I started it. The other co-founder didn't have anything to do with it for the first 8 months. So I started something big, and that's hard for me because she made it big. She talked about it on her Facebook page, and she's the reason that it is big. But other failures that I have, which is silly. So on paper, I look really impressive, and it's weird for me because I don't like attention, and I don't like saying good things about myself. I think that's one thing I got from growing up. And you don't say good things about yourself. So people probably look at me and think I'm really successful because I have 2 degrees. I have an associate's in occupational therapy assisting and a bachelor's degree in communications, graduated with honors. I did start the No Excuse Mom group. I did believe it or not, a fitness show in 2010 where I did the bikini portion of a bodybuilding contest. Other things that look important on paper, like I've taught classes. I'm teaching a class next weekend. Oh gosh, a week from tomorrow. It's a shoulder rehabilitation class, and it's actually the biggest class I'll have taught, I think, because it'll have 60 people in it. I might have taught a bigger one, actually. But I think a lot of those fears of failure also started as a child, because we were expected to always have good grades and to, do well at anything, even though we didn't always have a chance to do anything. I'll get into more of that later. I have Dear Mom and Dear Dad on my list, and I don't know if I'm going to do those on this channel or not. I don't know. But anyways, so that's fears. My biggest one is fear of failure, really. Anxiety. I have ended up with a rather severe anxiety of time. If I have the perception in my mind that I'm running late for something, then I get really anxious, and that one has set me into anxiety attack mode and rush, and I don't know if anybody will understand it. I'm sure somebody does, but part of it was because, like, growing up and in my previous relationship, it was like timeliness is next to godliness, and I am generally on time, and I'm a pretty laid-back person, but for some reason it just gets into my head, and I need to be on time or I freak out, and I'm not always that well organized to be on time. Like right now, the fitness classes that I'm teaching, I literally go half an hour ahead of time. And yesterday I went 20 minutes ahead of time and I felt rushed. That's me. But, so other things that cause anxiety, believe it or not, well, no, speaking in front of people doesn't cause me anxiety. Like, cameras are a little different, but I could talk in front of like 500 people. I spoke at graduation and didn't have a problem. It was actually a really great experience. That was my associate's degree. Again, I look good on paper, but singing, I love to sing, and I have some anxiety with that. I wasn't exactly encouraged in that for a long time, for reasons that don't need to be said on here. And now I sing at my church a lot, and I've done plays, and one particular, so anything I say on here, I'm never trying to bash people. I will not say names because I'm not trying to put anybody down or to say anything rude about anyone, but one of my directors, I was having a particularly hard time. It was after my divorce, and I had no self-esteem whatsoever, and I just couldn't, I couldn't sing and stay on key because I was so nervous. And I went to a voice lesson without telling him to try to practice, and the lady's like, Lori, you've got this. You can do perfect. And so I went back, and before I got a chance to show him, he cut me from the music. I was still in the show, but it broke my heart because that show, the music was it for me, and I haven't been in that particular theater since. Although honestly, I'm really dying to do it, and I'm dying to show him that I don't just crack every time I sing, because I love to sing, and singing is a part of me. It really is. And but I struggle with being confident, and feeling like I have anything special to offer, or like I'm anything. I don't know. That's another area of fears that I have is that I'm just not, I mean, I'm normal. I'm Lori. Nothing that I do matters. And it's kind of a faulty way of thinking because, like, I help people for a living. I know that what I do helps people be better, get better, have more quality of life. And, but I still, for some reason, just feel like I don't know, like I don't contribute. That's a fear. But, any other anxieties and fears? There are. There are. But that is all that's popping in my head, and I'm over 10 minutes, so I'm going to stop. Those are my biggest ones. I'm also afraid of spiders, but that's nothing. So, alright. Thank you all. I don't know if anybody will ever watch this other than Matt. Love you, Matt. That's my fiance. So, that's it. Bye-bye.